approach? Or, I mean, because for sure, mining this material in, for example, China or Russia, or should be something big, I think.
So the major mining places for this material are Russia and South Africa. South Africa is your major. So there is geopolitical issues with the current mining area. Russia is Russia, and South Africa has infrastructure issues, power grid, all those types of things, which makes the ability for them to be a consistent supplier is somewhat in doubt.
And as a CEO of a company like Regenx, what do you think about what is happening from the point of view of closing mining here in the US when we want to grow some industries like the EVs, right? That we need a lot of, say, I will not say mining, but we need cobalt, for example, for the anode. And we have 77% of China, leading the market in this direction. So it looks to me that we are pushing to an industry that is depending on third parties that we don't have a really good relationship at all for saying something. So as a CEO of a company that's been in the mining industry and is working on the recycling side to, make products more reliable and lower down the CO2 emissions and go with all this trend, what do you think about it? Because at the end, looks to me that we are pushing very hard to get in one direction, but at the same time, we are, let's say, giving up on some sources here in the US. So we are creating codependency on third parties that maybe can affect the best way to move in this direction.
So I think that the US government is starting to realize that issue. And one of the ways I see that is that the work they've done on critical minerals, identification, supply, all those things. So they've now done the work of understanding what they need to be focusing on and why they need to be focusing on these pieces and what are supply chain deficiencies. And so with understanding what the problem is, then it starts to move into how can it be remedied?
Right.
On the other side of that box, some of the current issues around bipartisanship and sort of those types of things make counting on the government to enact things very problematic. And so it looks like the departments of the government are doing their job. Now it's up to understanding, is our legislators going to start doing their job instead of just playing politics?
Right.
And until legislators decide that doing their job is more important, then the US is going to be at risk.
Right. Definitely. I am agree. And from the point of view of price, because South Africa, I think the price should be very low compared to the US price. It is competitive for us to keep working with this market, or what do you think? From this